All right, Huber.
Yo,
Square Enix is holding this one hostage.
they're cooking, man.
The last one, the last thing from
Yes.
Gamescom that we can talk about. Here it is. Although we did check it out earlier.
Yeah.
We did have an earlier demo where I had some hilarious things that happened. But anyways, Dragon Quest 1 and 2, HD, remake. Really, this is a very bold reimagining because they're trying to like flesh this out, make people feel like it's not like too little because of the games were so old. And,
so I think it's so smart bundling them together, Blood.
Yeah. But what did you get to see at Gamescom? When did it feel like, was it a different section than what we saw before, or were you?
Yeah. So I played 1 and 2 for about, 12 minutes each. Basically, 15 minutes each.
Okay.
And all I wrote down was, what can I say? Like, truly, what can I even say? Because it's like more freaking 10 out of 10 Dragon Quest, dude. It feels very similar, obviously, to Dragon Quest 3 HD-2D. And, if you're unfamiliar, 3 takes place before 1 and 2. So like Blood was talking about just how they're really taking a chance to flesh all this out. They're really tying this trilogy together, you know, really making it a trilogy of games.
Yeah, and you can even see that like in the key art. There's like, here are all the characters kind of like standing side by side. Yeah.
So played a little bit of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 and similar things. I was in a town and then I had to go to a dungeon.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. So I got to do like 5 minutes in the town, 5 minutes in the world map, like 5 minutes in the dungeon.
Right.
The director did say I got the furthest than anyone.
Nice.
But they always say that.
Sure, yeah.
But also the director was just so jolly and pumped. He was like,
it's cool that he was there.
Yeah, we got to just like talk to him for like a couple minutes too. And, he talked about, I asked him, I was like, was there any temptation to like add party members to Dragon Quest 1? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, good. Nice. Because that's the main thing about Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Warrior, is that you were one person rather than a full
I was talking about
party.
that when we played it earlier.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so funny to like pick up like a seed or something and like, I don't have to think about who to give this to.
Nope.
I've got one guy, just give him whatever I find.
Yeah. It just, if you're familiar with 3 and Dragon Quest in general, it is more of that, which is what the series is known for, not rocking the boat too much. You have your money that you can spend in town on items. You have spells and abilities, 2 different categories there. Both use mana usually. And in 2, you have different party members, traditional stuff,
I really hope that they do a nice, either them or some YouTuber afterwards does some nice like side-by-side comparison shots.
Yeah.
Because like you're saying, it's so fleshed out and like just visually and everything that they've done that like, I have a hard time like even like in my head matching like where this is in the original game and where this is in the remake. And it's like, how does this go together?
Yeah, 100%.
There are parts of the castle that like gave me that little, that little nostalgia kick or whatever because it's been forever since I played 1.
Same.
But for the most part, it was just like there is that. It's such a bold remake and big overhaul that it just sort of feels like you're playing a new game.
Yeah, it really does. The music is obviously incredible and legendary, and just like 3, those quality of life elements like waypoints, you're not really gonna get lost. It's like, I need to get down there on the map. You're not gonna be wandering around a world map. There are random battles, of course. It's turn-based.
They did the thing where they allowed you to zoom out of a dungeon now.
You can zoom out of a dungeon.
You used to hit your head.
Love that though. I miss that.
I do miss that.
You can run on the world map, and you can speed up battles, of course. You can make them really fast. It's still first person when you do the attacks. I'll always miss. God, Dragon Quest 8. I need it. Re-release Dragon Quest 8. I just miss seeing the characters like attack, But this is 100% true and faithful to the original games. I even asked Bloodworth, I got 2 questions. My other main question was, did you ever consider adding the casino.
Oh, yeah.
Because the casino came later in the franchise, and it's one of my favorite elements of any Dragon Quest game. And he's like, no, it wasn't in these, so no. I was like, nah, that's one addition I could have gone for. Because like they even added the class in the Beast Handler class in like Dragon Quest 3, so they've done that stuff. And Dragon Quest 8 on 3DS had some other additions. So I was like holding out hope for a casino, but they confirmed no. I honestly think that's because of like MPAA like ratings and
it's getting some of that stuff is getting kind of dumb. Like I understand, there's a lot of exploitation out there, and people doing really stupid things.
No
but
doubt.
It feels like the things that get regulated are the things that aren't trying to do anyone any harm. So it's weird.
Like the slime slot machine in Dragon Quest. I don't think that's gonna do any damage.
And then the people that are doing harm just like seem to keep being able to do it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. But coming out October 30th, and that's really close.
It is, yeah.
So just be ready. Be ready. Dragon Quest 3, 1, 2. I mean, we are thankfully getting 3 full Dragon Quest games because the wait for 12 has been very intense, to say the least. So these are really doing the job to just hold me over on this franchise, This is about as good as it gets, so excited. Dragon Quest, my favorite RPGs of all time. And hopefully we get some kind of 8 re-release, remaster, remake, any of the above. I don't care what it is. Just get that game out there, please.
Sick.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this, as well as all of our other Gamescom coverage. You can go back, you can check out stuff that we did on Final Fantasy Tactics as well, on Hollow Knight, on the Lonesome Guild, on Scott Pilgrim. Go check out
so many games.
Yeah, our previews playlist, as well as the Gamescom special episode where we had 40 different previews in there. And there's a couple others that we'll have sprinkled into some other podcasts and stuff too, as I was waiting on some video. But yeah, go check all of that out. And we are independent. We are supported by people just like you. We need your money to keep this thing happening. So please go to patreon.com/easyallies, chip in $5 a month, and fund the next big adventure, whatever it may be. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon.